Today we're going to be talking about time series. The reason we're talking about it today is because it looks a lot like a scatter plot, which we'll be talking about in the next chapter. Um, if you look at the vertical axis, it's done in years, and the horizontal axis is done in frequencies. Usually, when we do frequencies, we're looking for we use dot plots or histograms. So a time series is more like a dot plot or histogram. Therefore, on part A, it says compare the distributions of yearly frequency of typhoons to the two regions of the Pacific Ocean for the years from 1997 to 2010. So when we did histograms and dot plots, we talked about center, shape, spread, and unusual features. I'm going to start with center, and I'm just going to put them in my calculator first, just so I kind of know what I'm dealing with. Now I'm just going to guesstimate the values. It's 33. 26, 36, 37, 38, 39, 39, 30, 34, 26, 34 again, 27, 27, 27. Maybe only 26, but it'll be alright. The last one is about 17. So that would be Western Pacific. Now I'm going to put Eastern Pacific in there. It is roughly 22. Again, these are not exact values. I'm just guesstimating so we can talk about some stuff in a minute. 19, 19, 16, 16, 16. 25. Say about 2020. 23. And we said what? 17 plus. I don't know. 20, 23, and 17. All right, so that would be for Eastern Pacific. So I'm just going to run one variable stats on both of them. Just so we can talk about a couple things. So stat, calc, variable stats, and I'm going to do this one first. All right, so the mean, I'm going to write this down. A, that was Western Pacific. Western Pacific is 30.78. Standard deviation is 6.4. I think about that. I'm not worried about that one. Quartile 1 is 27. 1 equals 27. Medians 31.5. And quartile 3 equals 39. Min is 17. And max is 39. The same thing for, I think it's Eastern Pacific. Eastern Pacific. It is Eastern Pacific. Calc, variable stats. Let's do this time. Eastern Pacific, that mean is equal to 18.92. Quartile 1 is equal to 16. Median is equal to 19. Quartile 3 is equal to 21. Band is equal to 15. And max is equal to 25. save. So we got that done. Now we'll compare them. Okay. The Western Pacific has a greater yearly frequency and 1997 to 2010 and every year except 2014 it has a higher median and mean than the Eastern Pacific. Also, it's, we'll put range, like your range for this one is 22, like your is 12, range for this one is 10, like you is 5. Also, in the, no, it's 1997. Also in the years of 1997 through 2010, the Western Pacific had a higher variability than the Eastern Pacific as seen in its range and IQR. I need to put these are all approximations. None of those values were equal, so I need to come up here. Higher approximated median and mean approximated range and IQR. Next thing we need to talk about is unusual features. There are not any unusual features. Okay. So unusual features. Also, we didn't have to mention shape because it's going to be almost impossible to find unless we put on a histogram. So we are not required to talk about shape in this particular problem. Don't forget, if it's a histogram or a box plot, etc., you need to talk about shape. But on a time series by the AP, we didn't have to talk about shape. So there's part A. Part B. For each region, describe yearly frequencies changed over time for the period 1997 to 2010. So we're just talking about each. So let's talk about Eastern. I guess we'll talk about Western first. Western Pacific has a downward trend in the years 1997 through 2010. Eastern Pacific has a fairly consistent trend. I guess there's a slight downward trend from 2000 with a downward trend from 2000 to 2005 and an upward trend 2007, 2009. There are more in this AP question. Moving averages. Don't forget in the last question on your AP exam, there's a question that you haven't seen before. So that's what that's dealing with. We're not going to talk about that today. I just want to talk about trend lines, time series.